guys, Jason Latas here again. We've been hiking for a couple hours. You can see a heavy pack here, and I thought I'd just share with you a couple of hints and tips real quick. So come on over here real quick. Let me get this thing off my back. And actually pay attention to how I do get this off my back. A few things I want you to pay attention to. Or a few things I want to point out to you. Some of you guys are brand new to actual long multi-day treks, and you're going to need a large expedition pack like this. They can get a lot larger. Mine's pretty compact today. But real important when you pack your bag that you put your lightest things down here, like your sleeping bag, your medium weight items here, clothing, camping utensils, heavier things like food and water at the top. Not only is it easy to get to, but that weight ratio makes sure that the heavier things stay on top on your shoulders, not down here burdening your lower back while you're hiking. So something to pay attention to when you're packing. You pack. I like to stop about every 30-40 minutes, take a quick break, get a little bit of water, nibble on some dried fruit, keep my blood sugar up. But while we're doing this, I want to show you a couple other things. Once you get this packed and dispersed nicely, heavy gear on top, really important how you put your backpack on, especially when you're out here. We've been hiking for several hours, you're starting to get a little bit fatigued. When you put the pack on, what I do is I like to grab the shoulder straps and I'll pull it up to here. See, I'm good and stable, got that handle there. I'm good and stable, I'm in control of the pack. It's not throwing me around. Once you get there, you're gonna make sure your straps are loose here, which I did before I took my backpack off. You're gonna slide under, pop it on your back. See how I'm in a good stable position here? Put it on. Then I can stand up and adjust my bag. You're going to put your hip belt on, get it good and snug to hold it snug to your body. You're also going to pull, that's the last one, you're going to pull your shoulder straps here down a little tighter to snug it to your shoulders. Bring your upper stability straps in to keep it close to your body. It keeps the weight over your shoulders. And then you're going to put your sternum strap on here. This keeps it stable and it keeps your shoulder straps from slipping off. Something I like to point out to people, this is good and snug. Snug to my body. The pack is designed, a good pack is designed to put most of the weight on your hips and your shoulders and not make contact with too many parts of your body. That way you can still get a little air through here while you're hiking. But something I really like to pay attention to, especially if you're doing a multi-day trek, like when we did Kilimanjaro. We were on the mountain for 7 days. Some of our days were 8 hours to 9 hours of hiking, day in and day out. So you really want to pay attention to the amount of wear and tear on your body. If this is good and snug, and this is how most people will have you wear your pack. This is great, this is safe. But if I hike like this for 8 hours, I'm probably going to get some rub marks on my hips and some rub marks here, which isn't going to feel real good after 2 or 3 more days of the same thing. So while I'm hiking, and I'll turn to the side so you can see it, what I like to do is I've got my pack properly packed with the weight up here on my shoulders, right? Well, what I'll do is after a while, after about an hour of hiking, just while I'm walking, I'll loosen up my hip straps here. And it takes the weight off my hips, and then I'll tighten up my shoulders just a little bit more, and it puts the weight back on my shoulders. Now I've got about 75% of the weight on my shoulders, only about 25% here. My hips can now relax while I'm hiking. Now maybe later while I'm walking, I'll go ahead, about 30 minutes later, I'll tighten this back up, put 75% of the weight back down towards my hips, and I'll loosen my shoulders a little bit. I'll even loosen my sternum strap. That takes the weight off of these rub marks here and opens it up just a little bit. And now I'm using my hips more than my shoulders. I can relax up here. My traps aren't tightening up. I'll hike for a while like this. I'll also like I'm wearing a pair of suspenders, I'll take my thumbs here and I'll just kind of comfortably lean forward. This relaxes my arms. It also takes a lot of weight off my shoulders. These are different things that you can do while you're walking that moves the weight around your body. So you're not using all the same muscles for 8 hours straight, and you're not getting rashes and rub marks in the same spot. Really pay attention to this. Rub marks in your shoulders are no fun. Before I really learned a lot of these tips on my own, I had some pretty nasty rub marks and scars here that I had to recover from after long journeys. And if you guys can learn from my mistakes, don't do it. Really pay attention to these things. And yeah, anyway, just a couple tips, a couple things to point you out to keep you guys healthy, happy, and less fatigued on the trail. So I'm going to tighten up. I'm good to go, and happy trekking. Oh, that's the other way.